この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
Yo, everyone, I'm in. This time we will discuss Blue Lock Season 2 in the manga version. Before we start, please support this channel by hit the like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get started. In the previous episode, the 11 regular members of the Blue Lock team were selected. And on the other hand, Itoshi Sae picked Shido to team up with him and join the under-20 Japanese national team. At the training camp, the Japanese football under-20 national team was having a session. Hoichi, as the coach of under-20 Japan, made an announcement to all the players. He said, "The match is in 2 weeks. You all are members of the under-20 national team, the ones chosen for the sake of victory, and the long-awaited new addition to our team, Itoshi Sae." Coach Hoichi introduced Sae to the entire under-20 national team. Some players were surprised to see Sae in front of them. They looked excited knowing that they would play with a Japanese prodigy. But for Sendo Shuto, one of the under-20 strikers, Itoshi Sae was a spoiled little prince in his eyes, and Sae at that time came with Shido, who was sitting in the back row. Then coach asked Sae to give a speech to fire up the whole team. Sae said to the guys over there, "Be thankful that you get to play football with me. I don't have the slightest interest in any of you, and since you'll never have a chance like this again, do your best not to piss me off. That's it." Sendo stood up while pounding on the table, and in annoyance he said, "Get off your damn high horse, genius. You might be a bit famous around the world, but you're just a second division player in the end. I'm a regular forward in the best team in Japan. So, watch your damn mouth. Because right now, above you." Sae responded by saying, "What about it? As for you, you will compete to be the top scorer in the nation. Get in the national team, get an annual salary of 50 million. Marry a gravure idol, and then live a happy family life. That'd be the peak of your football life. My singular interest is in becoming the best in the world. There is a fundamentally different depth to our greed. Just now, you thought the things I listed didn't sound so bad, right? That's how you know that you'll never be the best in the world. Now piss off." From behind, Shido suddenly slammed Sendo's head down with his hand, and everyone there looked angry after seeing Shido's action. When Sendo got up and looked at Shido, Shido without hesitation landed a kick to Sendo's face, but the action was stopped by someone with his hand holding Shido's leg. That guy was Oliver Aiku. He is the captain of the under-20 national team with a center-back position. Shido tried to break free from Aiku's grip, but with one twisting movement, Aiku slammed Shido down and locked his movements. And then Aiku said, "I do like your spirit squirt, but it's out on the field where you need to show your stuff. Since you're both newcomers here, if you want our confidence, you won't get it by talking a big game, but by actually playing. Because us defenders will have your back." Blue Lock Training Field. Day 1 of Team Blue Lock's last training camp. All the players worked hard to improve their physiques in preparation for their match against the Japan under-20 national team. Isagi, Chigiri, and Bachira were gathered on the sidelines to discuss their upcoming opponent. Chigiri said, "These 4 will make up the under-20 defense line. According to Jinpachi Info, there's a huge 19-year-old defender who's already got an offer to play for a Serie A Italian team. Looks like the team's centered around this guy, Oliver Aiku, with a focus on a strong defense and quick counters." Isagi noticed that the Japan under-20 national team was now a defensive team. Bachira said so they just needed to break through. But Chigiri disagreed. He said that the under-20 national team was an elite team made up of the best players in Japan, and that's what they would face today. However, this would not be an easy game. And soon the bell rang that said the paddy training session was over, and they were allowed to rest. Isagi went to the restroom to recover his stamina, and on the way, he tried to think back. Just breakthrough, if that's really the key. Then I probably don't have the power to do that. What I did during that trance was still little more than pure luck. In order for me to master that ability, what should I do? When he was confused about the solution to his problem, he noticed Rin still training his legs at the gym, so Isagi walked over to Rin to tell him to take a break. And then Rin said, "Don't lump me in with the likes of you. If you're just here to get in my way, get the hell out of here. If I break down from this, that just means that's all I was ever gonna amount to. I can finally fight my brother. I can crush him, surpass him. How I have longed for this very moment." After that, Isagi gave Rin a drink. Rin refused it because he felt he didn't need it. Then Isagi said, "Thing is, if you get hurt, Blue Lock's done for. That'd present a problem for me. And I don't want any problems, so drink." After hearing those words, Rin took the bottle, and Isagi walked away. Not long after, the afternoon session began. All the players gathered in the meeting room, and Jinpachi began his speech. "How was your first day of the last training camp before your match against the under-20? I'm sure your bodies must be starting to wake up. Now, it's time to wake up your brains. Let's talk about the miracle equation and the phenomena called flow. That which is indispensable to becoming the best striker in the world. I'll teach you how to set your life ablaze. Flow. That which man obtains through one's optimal experience, the state of total immersion. In that moment's trance, they shall know happiness. When a person focuses on something, they can get so absorbed in their work that they don't notice the passage of time. Taking enjoyment in the process, their brain enters a state of excitement. To put it simply, that is flow. It's possible for a shogi player to experience it during a match, and it's also possible for a lady working the register on her part-time job to experience it. Programming, mountain climbing, musical performances, and other artistic expressions. Regardless of the scale of activity, it is something that can occur to anyone. And this state can also occur in sports. Football is not an exception. Think back to the moment you broke out of your shells after coming here. You must have experienced it. A moment in which you put your everything in a play. So that begs the question, how does one enter a state of flow? There are several conditions, but the one I most want to discuss is challenge-centered focus. This involves attempting an objective at a suitable level of difficulty. Take a look at this figure. This shows you the balance between challenge and skill that is necessary to enter flow. If someone challenges something at a lower level than their skill level, unable to find any enjoyment in the task, they will become bored. On the other hand, if they challenge something at a level too far above their skill level, are convinced of their imminent failure, and are unable to concentrate, they will become anxious. To put it shortly, one cannot achieve happiness when in a bored or anxious state. Which is why challenge-centered focus is about accurately understanding your abilities, gaining control over them, and setting up clear, suitable goals for yourself. That is how you can immerse yourself in a flow state. It is in such moments that mankind takes new steps forward, and pushes itself up to ever higher heights. Which means, plays that may seem like miracles to others are in fact brought about by your individual state of flow. However, that is no easy feat. In our society, people cannot easily become immersed in something. Your everyday life, overflowing with a constant stream of information and entertainment, is an infinite hell designed to distract you from your boredom and anxiety. Perhaps you could say that it's easy to become immersed in your smartphone screen, and indeed, you will be able to forget about both time and yourself with that. However, that is not a unique state of immersion that you actively obtain for yourself. Something as passive as that cannot be called ego. That exaltation of scoring a goal, that elation of obtaining a new weapon, that happiness which belongs only to you. You've all experienced it already, so you understand, don't you? That is ego. And Blue Lock is a place where only those who can leave the beaten path, where only those who can immerse themselves in football, can survive. Now think back on the meaning behind everything that you've experienced in Blue Lock. On how you've all evolved up to this point. You've accumulated your small victories, explored yourselves, experienced the world, and realized just how powerless you are. The objective of winning against the Japan under-20 team, does it make you bored? Does it make you anxious? I'm sure you understand by now. The door to victory against the under-20 will only open on the day of the match. The 11 players from Blue Lock that stand on the field enter the flow state. By the time this final training camp ends, Blue Lock will have a team that will destroy Japanese football, and becomes the egoists of a new era. Training camp for Japan's under-20. In the corridor, Aiku stopped Sai and asked him to speak. Aiku said that their ace, Sendo, fights again with Shido, and it seems like they can't see eye to eye. Sai said that he didn't care, and told Aiku to kick out Sendo from the team. Then Aiku said that if that wasn't possible, Sendo was our ace, and most of the members said that they would refuse to play if Sendo isn't in. This could end up with us boycotting the match altogether. Still gonna stick to your guns, boy genius? Hearing that, Sai looked upset, and asked if Aiku was trying to threaten him, and told Aiku to tell him what he wanted. Aiku said, "Take us to victory without using Shido. Should be easy enough for you, right? What will Itoshi Sai bring to our current team? Just that. Call it a bit of a selfish indulgence of mine." Sai said, "Fine then, I'll bite." Itoshi Sai agreed, and as he walked away he said, "The one testing you guys is me. If you can't keep up, I'll drop out of the match." The day that everyone had been waiting for had come. The Blue Lock 11 versus the Under-20 Japan national team. In the Blue Lock main stadium locker room, all the players were getting ready for the match, and before long Jinpachi walked in, and he had already decided and announced the players who would be on the bench. They are Raichi, Reo, Baro, Tokimitsu, Corona, Hiyori, Nanase, Seira, Hiragi, Ishikari, Tsurugi, and Igarashi. Then Jinpachi said to the players, "We are allowed to make 3 substitutions. Don't let your guard down during the match, and be ready to join at a moment's notice." Now, in the past 2 weeks, with the sole goal of winning this match, you have all succeeded in coming together as a team. The world does not yet know of you. Is this not the ultimate stage? In these coming 90 minutes, change your fates. We're winning this. Today, you will carve your egos into the world. In the hallway before entering the field, the Under-20 Japan national team players were waiting for the arrival of the Blue Lock team, and they looked at each other. The 2 Itoshi brothers were already facing each other. Rin was staring sharply at his brother, but his brother Sai did not notice Rin at all. Aiku told Isagi that if Shido didn't play today, and they would end this match with their victory. In Isagi's mind, as he walked onto the field, if I lose right now, it would be the end of my soccer career. Just because of everything I've been through, I'm standing on this stage. Both teams enter the field. Until here this episode, what do you think? Give your opinion about this episode. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to this channel, so you don't miss the latest videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.